Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasu here, coming at you with a Nekroz deck profile for April 2020. This deck is very affordable, it's very fun to play right now, so I highly recommend it. Before I start this video though, I am running a giveaway. Look in the comment section below for more info. Basically I'll be giving away a free crystal needle fiber. So let's get right into it, and possibly more by the way. 3 Bryonic. This searches any Nekroz monster. This is your searcher. I'm very happy that it's back at 3. Has been for a while, I know, but I remember when it got limited. It also can shuffle back extra deck monsters. That comes up sometimes, but not as often right now. So 3 Valkyrus. Basically, this guy's like a battle fader where you discard it, you banish your Nekroz from your graveyard, and you can negate an attack. And when he's on the field, you can tribute monsters up to 2, and then you get that many draws. So what you like to do is you like to tribute your incantations to get more negates, more power, all that, or you like your man juice. So you really do use this to draw, and it's very nice. So 2 Colossus, people don't like this card. I don't understand why, because it's a quick effect. You can interrupt your opponent. So if they summon, let's just say Madolche Magdalene, which searches a Madolche, and this guy's on the field, you could change its effect, target Magdalene, negate it. So it's a good interrupt. And you discard it to get your ritual spells, which is very important because ritual deck cannot play without ritual spells. Also, if you guys can leave a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. We're almost at 450 subscribers, so I'd love to get there. 2 Trish, this is debated. Some people play 1, some people like 2. I've even seen some people play 3. I do not like that. It's Trishula. We all know what it does. However, the way this operates differently is with Trishula, once you make it, if your opponent does not have a card in their graveyard, you can still activate its effect. That is Trish for the Synchro. However, Trishula for the Nekroz ritual monster, if you make this turn 1, you do not get its effect, because there's not a card in grave, on field, and hand. You have to make all 3 requirements. So if your opponent doesn't have any cards on field and you make this, you can't banish just 1 from hand, 1 from graveyard. I just want to make that very clear because some people are very confused about that. It can also, if your Nekroz monster's target, you can discard it and negate it, which is cute. There's also Gun Gear if you want to run that, but they don't want to give us more than 1, and I honestly understand. Unicorn basically negates the extra deck. So if they make a Silent Honor Arc, they make basically anything, Borload, Nightmare Phoenix, anything. They cannot activate their effects, so it's on field, and it can be discarded in order to, I believe, get a Nekroz from the graveyard. Yes, it can, to your hand. I'm sorry, it's just you do not want to discard this usually, unless you have a play to bring it back from the grave. This is a very good card, just turn 1, because it's basically a floodgate. Also, when you make it with, I believe it's called Kaleidoscope, you get a search with Herald. You get to search any ritual monster spell, and that's very important. Then we have, for our last ritual, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. This is a 4K beater that does piercing damage and cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So this is a very, very good card. You guys are probably wondering why I run this. I'm going to explain that a little later in the video, but it is very strong and helps you close out games. It's the only, I guess, gimmick people would say. So 3 Manju searches any ritual monster spell trap, and then you tribute it off with Valkyrus, get a draw. 2 Shuret, it's at 2. Would I run 3? Yes, but honestly, I'm okay with 2 right now. Basically, with the Nekroz spells, you have to really match your levels, and you really have to do some math. So if you want to make, for example, a level 8, you have to do like a level 6, level 2. Just examples. Some of them, you can't do like a level 8 monster for like Valkyrus, for example. This counts as the whole tribute haver. So what this card does is, if you want to make Trish, all you have to do is just tribute this card. You don't have to worry about anything. Make your Trish. Then you're going to get to search a Warrior Nekroz from your deck besides itself. So what this can search you is, this can search you Colossus, and this could search you Brio, along with a few other things. But you guys get the point. So I do run 1 Gun Gear, but if I had a 3rd Shuret, well, if you could run 3 Shuret, I would consider taking this out for that. Basically, you play it, your opponent cannot negate ritual spells and all that, which is very nice. Well, Nekroz. And then if it's used for tribute, you get a banished Nekroz card from your banished back to your hand. So it can recycle if you banish something off like Kaleidoscope. So sometimes I actually banish something I wanted in order to, and then tribute her off. So she barely ever comes up though. Then we have 2 of each incantation. I'm not going to explain this because I don't want to bore people. But basically, when they're one of them special summoned, you get to search a ritual spell or monster from your deck to your hand, or from your graveyard to your hand. These guys do graveyard, these guys do main deck. You want to mostly special out these guys. After that, not only do you get your search, you also have to reveal a ritual monster spell, but usually that's no problem in that deck. I think I maybe bricked once like that, but not really. You also contribute these off as well for a couple cards, that the card you will see next. And that is 2 Vanity's Ruler. Now, this takes 2 tributes. It makes your opponent not able to special summon, so what you can do is, you can do your whole Nekroz play, and if you have this in your hand, and you did your incantations, you could tribute the incantations for this card. So your opponent has to have like a mind control, which is like limited, something like that, basically monster removal in spell or trap form, most likely spell, or they just sit there and they can't do anything, while you can just go off and attack. This card single-handedly wins games, and I'm very happy they reprinted, because it hasn't gotten a reprint besides, I believe, Champion Pack 8 Common, Cyberdark Impact Rare, and as a Rare and Ulti there. So this was like 12 bucks for a half Sloberdon copy. Now it's a quarter for a very nice looking updated text. Very nice. So 3 preparations of rites. This adds a ritual monster from your deck to your hand, but it can also add a ritual spell from your grave to your hand. So that's very nice, actually. So you can technically go +1 off this one card, which is nice. This deck's all about pluses, by the way. So 2 extra. Your extra deck barely matters. The only thing that matters, really, like very important, is your heralds. And if you banish 2, that's fine. So this is just a free pot of greed. And if they do something to like, they ash this, or yeah, if they ash this or have some type of interrupt, it doesn't really matter. And that just means, hey, they wasted one of their hand traps or interrupts off extra. That's cool. Then we have the ritual spells. So 2 cycle, 2 mirror, and 2 kaleidoscope. So 2, 2, and 2 is the ratio I like personally, because you see everything. This helps you special from grave. This lets you special from extra deck. So if you, kaleidoscope is probably my favorite, because it lets you special summon up multiple Nekroz monsters. So with kaleidoscope, what you can do is you can special summon Unicorn and what's his name? Valkyrius. So you could have Valkyrius and Unicorn by banishing like this guy, for example. So you banish this random card from your extra deck that doesn't matter because it's level 12. Special summon both those cards. It's really nice. Or you can get a search. So I really do like this card. Would I ever bump it up though? No, because you just don't really need to. So these are just the Nekroz spells and traps. Not much to say. Just want to talk about kaleidoscope. And then we have Incantation. Inception. I just say Incantation, honestly. So what this card does is it lets you ritual spell or a special summon any ritual monster, but you have to tribute incantations, and that level can either be equal or exceed, which is pretty nice. You can use this for Nekroz technically, but what you really want to use it for is this guy right here, because basically if you don't draw any of your interrupts, or you want to go for game and you like see your opponent, you can make this guy by just tributing the incantations you don't need. After you're making boards, say you have Attrition, a Unicorn or something, make this guy last, and he's a 4K beater that your opponent most likely doesn't have a way to deal with it. Sometimes one of these 2 cards can brick, but that does not happen often with me. Also, if this is something else I want to say, I playtested Pot of Avarice a little bit in this deck. Personally, I didn't like it as much, but you guys could run it. Maybe I just had bad luck with the card. So 3 Herald. Basically, when this hits the grave, you get a search of a ritual spell or trap. So when you make this with Unicorn and Kaleidoscope, sorry if I'm like repeating myself, guys, you get to search like a Brio to get another search. You know, thin out your deck even more. Joel kills this deck, by the way. So then we have just these 2 guys. Honestly, if you guys want to run something different, I believe a level 12 is always very nice. I run 2 just in case I banish one on off Extrav, because you could just make like your Trish and a Kaleidoscope. You can make just all sorts of combinations. So one of these is cool. And then we have this guy. He takes rituals. Basically, he can be immune to a bunch of stuff, and he can gain attack. So if you use one ritual monster, which most likely it cannot be destroyed by battle. If you use 2 ritual monsters, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, it gains 1200 attack. So it can't be destroyed by battle, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it's at 36. And then if you use 3, neither player can target this card with card effects, also gains another 1200 attack. So this card can be 4600 and indestructible. So this is another way to get something on the board that like your opponent can't really deal with. This kills Sky Strikers, by the way. They physically do not have now. I know that deck is not as competitive right now, but I made it against Sky Strikers. This would be my end goal, because no matter what they did, unless they sided Kaijus, they can't deal with this. I could just keep on attacking. They could draw whatever cards they want. Doesn't matter. As long as I don't get Hayate to death, then we're good. Then when this card's sent to the grave, basically you get to target a card and send it. Everything else doesn't really like matter. I just threw some stuff here. But yeah, so that's the deck profile. Leave a like and subscribe. Also follow my Twitter. I almost have 50 followers. That'd be great. And 50% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. You already see my content. I make a bunch of awesome videos. I know you want to subscribe, so you should subscribe. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this deck in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.